So ODU has 2 dining halls, but the one that most people go to is Broderick Dining Commons. That's like the full name. People usually call it Broad or Brick, like, oh, I'm going to eat dinner at Broad. But it's right in the quad. It's kind of near Webb also. It's one tap on your card, so like one meal swipe can get you into the dining hall, and it's all you can eat. There's lots of stations in there. They have like taco bar, salad bar. They always have pizza. They have like a pasta bar, like you can pick whatever you want to add into your pasta and they'll make it for you. In the mornings they have an omelet bar. There's like a vegan and vegetarian and gluten-free section. There's an Asian section. There's an international section, and then there's like a Western section, like American food. There's also an ice cream machine in there. Oh, there's also a bakery. Like they have a different baked item every day. Campus is closed, so I can't go in there at the moment, but I'll try to find a picture of like showing the stations and stuff. The other dining hall on campus is, I forget the name of it. I'll put it on the screen, but I've only been there once. It's all the way across Hampton. It's like on the other side of the road, so I don't really go there. It's in one of the residence halls, so I think mostly people who live in that building eat there. It's a lot smaller than Broad, but it's pretty good. Okay, so the first place I'm gonna actually show you is the Webb. The Webb is like pretty much right in the center of campus. Everything's like built around the Webb, kind of, because it's like the Webb, and then there's like, here's the quad and the dining hall, and then this is like the mall, and then there's like academic buildings on both sides. That was a really bad representation, but maybe I'll find a map and put it like so it shows you. But there's lots of restaurants in the Webb. They have Panda Hut, Panda Express, Pizza Hut, there's a sushi place, and there's also a juice bar. I love the juice bar. There's also a Subway, and then on the other side there is a Chick-fil-A, Steak and Shake, and a place called Miss Ruby's Cafe. Oh, and there's also a Starbucks in Webb. The other place I'm going to show you is Monarch Way. This is like across the street right behind Chartway Arena, so it's still a part of campus. Over there's a Panera, and there's also another Chick-fil-A. It's where the Canes used to be, but now it's a Chick-fil-A, another Chick-fil-A. And there's also some other like random restaurants. P. Frank's is over there. Love that place. It's not a part of any meal plan, but that's a great place to go. Super cheap, super good. But it's like behind Chartway Arena and the bookstore. It's like close to all that. There's also an Insomnia Cookie, and I think there's a Domino's there. There's some pizza place. I think it's Domino's. And then the last thing in regards to like dining is the pod markets. So we have, I think there's like 3 or 4 pod markets. There's one in the quad right next to Owens and Dominion. There's one in Webb. There's one right behind Chartway, like by the basketball training center. And then there's one at the bottom of Whitehurst. That's a new one. There's like a whole store in the bottom of Whitehurst. So that's pretty cool. But at the pod markets you use your flex points. So every semester you get a certain amount of flex points. In the fall, so say you get like 100 flex points. In the fall you have 100 flex points to use. If you don't use them, they roll over to spring. But in the spring you get an additional, however many you got in the fall, it doubles in the spring. So like if you get 100 in the fall, you get 100 more in the spring. So if you don't use any in the fall, you have 200 to use in the spring. If you don't use all your flex points in the spring, it doesn't roll over. Like it's like use it or lose it. So your fall points will roll over and add to your spring points, but if you don't use all of your flex points by the end of the spring semester, then they're just going to be gone. Flex points can be used at pod markets, or you can use it at like any other restaurants to get food that's not on the meal exchange menu. But sadly you cannot use it at the bookstore or Starbucks. And there's another Starbucks in the Chartway Arena. Okay, so I forgot to mention this, but there's a little strip right between 47th and 48th, I think. There's a little strip with 3 restaurants. They have Chipotle, Jersey Mike's, and then they have this place called Del Vecchio's, but we all call it Del Vex. It's actually really good, and it's pretty cheap if you go there to eat with other people. Like me and my friends will sometimes go there and split a pizza, and it's super cheap. But those are also not a part of any of the meal plan options. So, but it's very convenient and close to campus, basically right on campus. It's like, I think it's like 2 blocks or like 2 stoplights away from Chartway, so it's super close. So Monarch Way actually has a lot more restaurants than I remembered. I went there to film and I was like, oh my god, like there's actually a lot of restaurants. There's like Insomnia Cookie, which I mentioned, the Domino's, P. Frank's. There's a little coffee shop on the corner that I forgot about. There's like a ramen and sushi place that's really popular. A lot of kids go there. There's a Mexican restaurant, and then there's like a Zero Subs place. I've never been, but yeah, there's a lot of restaurants there. Monarch Way is like probably like a 10-minute walk from like central campus. Like from my dorm, it takes me like 10 minutes to get there walking. So it's not too far. Hope you guys enjoyed this video showing you guys all the dining options on campus and around campus. There's definitely a lot to choose from, so you'll always have somewhere to go. There's always going to be something you can get. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I hope this was helpful. Stay tuned again for more ODU videos. Comment any video ideas you want me to do, any like ODU college videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.